Here we are, folks. Welcome to Doddie Aid special number 4, which we can triumphantly announce that just ahead of Doddie Aid special number 4, you may have seen it on our social media posts, we have smashed our initial 500-mile target.
Completed it.
You see how easy it is by the way Ali nonchalantly reacted to that, just spinning a thread around his hand like.
No bother. I'm going to do another 500 miles.
All right. You joining the Proclaimers as well?
Oh, so are you claiming the 500 miles is all you?
Oh, right. Did you guys do shit?
I done 5. It's 505 miles. No, I think that's some achievement, by the way. Because that was looking like an Everest challenge when we drunkenly agreed to it. But
I know.
So what are we going for now? What's the next target?
750.
750.
Smash that. I figure 750 seems reasonable to up it to, given that we all have jobs and other stuff to try and fit this around.
And bodies that are screaming out.
Well, that's it. We're doing a cardio challenge, and the back of my neck and my shoulders are killing me. I'm like, how is the back of my neck sore from doing cardio?
It's just sitting on the bike.
No, it's not even that. I think as well, it's the fact when I'm running, like I don't run efficiently, right? So you know how you're supposed to run, everything's supposed to be a straight line.
T1000.
All over that thing, man. Like arms are going and everything. no wonder I'm fucking hurting myself. But
do you look like you're trying to fight your way out of a paper bag or something?
This is me in the walk to start.
I seen a guy out running the other day. Not that I would be criticizing anybody's running routine if he was ever see me, but he was running like with thumbs up. So when he was running like.
Did you give him a thumbs up on the way
No,
past?
I was just like, are you just a really happy guy, or? But
hey, well done.
He had his hands like that, and he was just running thumbs up. I was like,
that's actually a good idea because more people are going to go like that to you. Oh, thumbs up back, and give you a wee. Like in marathons when they give you like water and cheer and all that and signs.
I was too caught on it to kind of do anything funny back. I was just like, all right,
running like this.
YouTube, Martin, YouTube.
Oh, good. At least
allowed to swear on YouTube.
That means that people that just listen to Spotify now will be like, "What did you just do?"
I know.
I need to go to YouTube and see what you just did.
There you go.
Go to YouTube, click the links.
Audio description. Martin was giving everyone the fingers.
You just ruined that air of mystery, didn't you?
Fuck it.
They'll go and see it anyway.
How the weekend's been anyway? Obviously, Minnie, I know roughly what your weekend consisted of, seeing as I was out drinking with you on Friday. Had the rare pleasure.
I know, face-to-face drinking, jealous.
And then the comfort of your air mattress in your spare bedroom on Friday night.
Well, I mean, I've just got a wee bone to pick with you in that. So obviously this is my pod booth, but also doubled as my desk for work, right? So on this wall here, I've got a bit of a geeky wee whiteboard to write all my stuff up for all the shit that I've got going on with work. So you can imagine the surprise when I came out of the shower earlier on today to Amanda going, I think someone's been fucking with your whiteboard. And I was like, oh, for God's sake. So as I walked in, and I think the question I've got, first of all, is were you sober or was this when you were steaming?
No, this is when I was steaming because I was crawling about in the dark looking for somewhere to plug my phone charger in. Yeah. And I switched the light on, saw the board, saw the pens. Proceeded to just.
I know where this is going.
To give you a little hint of what I've got, so at the very top I've got the letter P, which Gemma decides to write down penis. Right? I've then got a very crudely drawn green willy drawn on the board.
It's an old school textbook, Bobby.
Yeah, with the 4 pubes on each ball, right? I've then got.
I like symmetry.
I've got refresher sessions put in as something I need to organise, and it says refresher sessions with the boys. And then I'm not going to name names, but there's a girl's name, one of my team, that her name's on the board, and below that is written "loves Bobby." So, another girl in part of my team, I was like, she was off sick, so it says so and so sick, and below that, as fuck, yeah. So. Thank God I discovered this because I would have been in a meeting tomorrow and looked up the board and going, why is that phallus?
Why does she love? Why did I write she loves Bobby so much?
So thanks for that.
Yeah, I only remembered about it on some point last night I'm not gonna lie, I was sitting giggling to myself, waiting for the thought of you finding it.
Well, it was very good work. I'm glad I found it on Sunday because technically work doesn't count just now, but I'm glad I found it because I take quite a lot of pride in this board. It's very well organised.
Can I just ask, have you not like erased my decorations yet?
No, there's a sentimentality to it just now. So once it comes 9 o'clock on Monday, then it gets ridden. It gets taken.
Whoa! Hold up.
She's right. Martin loves the Bobby.
So that's pretty much that was the highlight of my weekend.
I have to say, see when I was, I can vaguely remember when I was actually writing all that, and I was giggling like a little kid when I was like, this is so funny. I can't wait till he sees this.
Well, I did get a wee giggle.
I'm glad.
Good. So what about you guys? What else has been happening? Anything exciting?
Nothing much really. I said the wife was kicking the arse at our 40th, so we were at a little restaurant in Paisley on Friday night called the Little Steakhouse. They do a sharing platter for two. Oh, it's good. Oh.
Ali doesn't share food.
That's good. Did you let Lorna have any?
It lands, and I'm like, you can have the chips. You know, the protein is mine. So,
do you not need the carbs for all this cardio shit we're doing?
Well, I don't know. I don't think about these things, you know. But the meat was good. If it's a little recommendation, a little shout out to the Little Steakhouse. It is a nice little restaurant. Not cheap, mind you, but the food's good.
I was about to say you can take us there for a podcast night out, but since you've added that, what?
How am I paying?
Did you not get the email?
Right,
we had a board of directors vote. You lost 2-1.
It was HR, mate. HR decided.
Is this up on the whiteboard? It'd be like Ali pays food.
Not yet.
But then it will be with a little green bobby next to it.
Oh no! I'm just going to write pays for food because the wee symbol of the dick is you.
All right. Has it got like similar facial features to me or something?
It's got a wee top knot.
I'll take that one on the chin. So
what's the crack tonight, lads? Who have we got on?
My giblets! We've got a good one tonight, boys.
Giblets! Oh my god, we're just transported back to 1705 there.
Oh, giblet. Wait, who's a giblet?
He's not a giblet. He's a big lad, big star, big name. Quite the coup for us to get this lad on. He's a British Lions and Scotland international prop, Mr. Zander Fagerson.
Nice.
I think it's Fagerson, isn't it?
Fagerson.
Not Fagerson.
Thank God you said that because I would have got that.
Maybe we'll clarify that once we get him on.
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest, I've taken a coin flip and gone Fagerson.
We'll go Fagerson.
Who knows?
And, you can only. It's easier to apologise than to ask a guest, so we'll just go with Fagerson until he corrected.
I'm saying, you know, it's going back in time. I was driving in my car the other day, and I was still practicing how to say Enzo Macaroni. Oh,
it sounds like you're practicing very hard.
I don't know. It's like every time I go live, I just my tongue goes like that. No, you cannot say it. But I was in the car, and I was actually. Right, you say it, so then I'll be able to do it.
Macaronelli.
Yeah. So it's a tongue twister for me. But I was sitting in the car driving, and I was like, I've got fucking no life.
It's not the
I was like getting back on it. I was like, I've been practicing Enzo. Can I try again?
It's not the type of name you'd have come across much growing up in Africa, so fair enough, mate.
I know. That's it.
Anyway, shall we waste no further time and let's get Mr. Fagerson on?
Let's get the main man on. Let's do it.
Go. Here we go. We are joined this evening by Glasgow, Scotland prop and British Lion number 848, Mr. Zander Fagerson. Zander, thanks for joining us, mate.
No worries. Thanks, guys, for having me on, and looking forward to having a good chat.
Good.
And first thing I wanted to check was Fagerson. Did I get the pronunciation right?
You did. Absolutely nailed it.
Yes. No way.
Yes.
If you can give some of the commentators a few heads up, that'd be great.
Right. It's more so the English ones because the Scottish ones seem to get it bang on, but then it's England that changes very quickly. So, that's good.
There we go.
The worst one was John Barclay. I actually played with the guy, and he called me Fagerson at the start. And I was like,
he got it. That's pretty poor. One of your teammates not even getting it right.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think he did text me and apologise afterwards. I think he got hurled a lot of abuse at half time. Yeah,
just by you.
Well deserved abuse. But yeah, we noticed during the week you celebrated a bit of a milestone. So first, I want to say a belated happy birthday to you, but also that I was amazed when I saw that it was only birthday number 26, because it seems like you've been in and around the Glasgow and Scotland setup for ages. I was like, nah, that's got to be a mistype. But yeah, just a young pup still, despite all your experience with Scotland and the Lions last year. But did you get up to much to celebrate it?
Yeah, I can't believe it's 26 either. I feel like I'm 40, which is not great. It's not boding well for the future. But no, I had a great day of training, and me and the family went to Cameron House for 2 nights, which was awesome. So
very nice.
First night I just went up and had a bit of food, and then spent the whole day at the pool, which the kids absolutely loved. And then my little brother and his girlfriend came and joined us for dinner on Thursday night. So yeah, I had a really nice time. And if you haven't been, make sure you get up there. It's absolutely awesome for the family and the kids. So loved it.
Sounds pretty good. But just a word of warranty, when you're saying you're 26 and feel 40, I'm nearly 40 and I feel about 60. So bear in mind, that's probably what awaits you.
Yeah.
But
you know what it is? I think it's the interrupted sleep. Like genuinely, that for me was the biggest game changer to the kids. But like I've learned to love it now, and I've learned to if you get 6 hours, you're absolutely flying. You know.
Exactly.
But my boy's teething just now, and my daughter last night woke up at 3 in the morning, full princess outfit, all the lights on, saying "Morning, Daddy." And I was like, "No, thanks."
No, it's definitely not. It is definitely not.
You learn to love it. You learn to love it.
Was that the cue for you to get your princess outfit on and go?
Mine is actually still the seamstress getting ready for her birthday. We'll be all right.
Oh, brilliant.
Good, man. Good.
Well, anyway, Martin and Ali have got some of our usual in-depth, hard-hitting questions that we prepare for our guests. So we'll let these boys crack on with what they've got to say.
Yeah. How you doing, Zander? So we'll probably start with the obvious. Doddie Aid, racking up miles and doing what you need to do. How's your Doddie Aid challenge or endurance work happening?
Yeah, I think I'm doing all right this year. Last year I was pretty bad and forgot to log everything for the last sort of week. So so far I think I'm on about 55 miles just now. So I'm quite lucky. I've got 2 dogs, so I can log the dog walks have been adding up. So
are you counting your miles at training?
Oh, of course. Every step counts, especially as a prop, you know. So yeah, we've actually been really good at Glasgow. All the boys, most of the boys have bought in, and a few that haven't are getting a few rockets daily to make sure that they do jump in. But our GPS guy's been an absolute legend and giving us like the weekly totals every week. So you just wait until the end of the week, nice. And he gives you the whole totals in. But yeah, just doing that plus chucking in the walk bikes and stuff. I think I'm on 55 just now. So
you're saying there's a few boys haven't bought in. Do you fancy naming and shaming a few for us?
I'm not going to name names, but yeah, they've been getting a few nudges.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, we'll just make up who it is. We'll make it up. Yeah. No, that's good. But so the buy-in's been good. I suppose the main problem for the guys that haven't been doing it is they're not getting. Are they still allowed to wear their snood then? Because I've seen all the pre-game stuff and everyone's got their Glasgow snood on. I take it they get told absolutely not if you're not getting involved.
Either that or you get an invoice put in your docket, yeah.
that snood was £445.
Exactly. Thank you for your contribution. So I think, it was awesome to see everyone doing the warm-up. I had mine on my wrist the whole game, which I didn't know I had it on until after the game, which was pretty cool.
It's good equipment. I like that.
spreading the word and stuff, you know, and just doing as much as we can to help out the incredible charity and all the stuff they're doing for MND.
So basically, what you're saying is you're trying to out Doddie Ryan Wilson. Is that what you're saying?
Nah. It's quite a hard guy to compete with, you know. He likes to broadcast all of the stuff he's doing. I'm a bit more keep on the down low and just get on with it. But yeah,
it's funny when Minnie was 26, he used to walk around with a bandana on his wrist as well.
Listen, let's just clarify. That was fashion back then. I look cool.
Was it? Was it a sweatband on the other arm?
I was going to say that was definitely a style choice.
Yeah. So I don't know if you've been checking on his Facebook and then decided that that's the look you were going to go for.
I don't think I was setting any fashion trends back then. No, I don't think 100%. So. No.
I actually had it on my head, but like it was getting we did the warm up scrums, and I was like, this is just really annoying my ears because I've got a cauliflower ear, which wasn't great, and I just think I thought I looked a bit too much like Dragon Ball Z as well. So yeah, just took it off, wrapped around the wrist, and forgot about it. But as you say, spreading the word, so didn't really care.
That's good. That's good. It's a really good cause. I've obviously had quite a few folk on just during the course of Doddie Aid. But I think I seen there was an update earlier on today that we've hit around about 500,000 now. That's the money raised is about 500,000 at pretty much the halfway point, which is obviously brilliant. So I suppose, is there any kind of hints and tips you've got for people to get involved now? Any suggestions on how we can drive up the numbers?
I think just 500,000, as you said, it's absolutely epic, and that sets us up for the next target of a mil before the end of January. I think just the weather's getting a bit better, you know. Well, it's not been too bad recently, and the days are getting longer. So just get out, walk the dog, go out for a morning walk, go for a dip or whatever. Get on the bike, just get active. Great start to your year, and I think getting into good habits just now sort of bodes well for the rest of the year. So do all you can, make sure you log your miles, and enjoy it.
Absolutely.
They should get the crowds at Scotstoun down onto the running track at half time. Just get them cracking right there.
Can you imagine the G4S guys who'd be going absolutely mental? Oh, you've got accreditation. Get back.
Do you know, it'd be interesting because I'm not convinced that those G4S guys do much during a game. So it'd be good if we got tracked their miles during a game when they're just standing at the bottom of a step. And be like, listen, mate, you've done half a mile in the last 3 hours and you're getting paid for this. Not good enough. I'm not gonna comment. You know, it's a lot of barking, not a lot of biting. But I'll leave it at that. Put it this way: you rock up in full kit with a kit bag, and you're literally like, there's no one else around apart from players going in. They still ask for accreditation, and if you don't have it, you're still not getting in. So they're doing their job, so you can't complain. But
I thought you were going to say something different there, that you just get to roll in. I was just about to go on eBay there and just order out my Glasgow kit.
That reminds me of a hilarious thing. Years ago, when me and my old housemate Colin White were going to watch Jacko and Kinners play in Scotland 20s match at the Falkirk Stadium, and we turned up a little bit late, but we had those big, massive, like long trench coat, cozy style Glasgow Warriors jackets. I went into the bit, and Dolph was like, "It's fine, just go this way." Walked in with the jackets on. They were like, "Oh, you guys just go down and you go through that door and out the tunnel and then up into your seats from there." We were like, "All right, I sound thanks."
Glasgow sub bench.
Walking out the tunnel, everyone's like, "Who the fuck are those two?"
Signing autographs for people.
Don't mind us. Security's obviously been upped since those days.
I'd say so.
Definitely.
Just going off the Doddie Aid. I was going on your Wikipedia page and I seen something that was quite interesting. It says that you were a mountain bike downhill champion in your youth. Is that true? You care to elaborate on that?
Yeah, so I grew up just outside Dundee in the middle of nowhere. I'll put it as bluntly as I can. There's literally nothing else to do apart from golf, farming, shooting, or just get out on the bike. So I was really lucky that a few good mates of mine were really into mountain biking as well, and we had the best times after school, and every weekend we'd be up the hill digging tracks and trying to get down as fast as possible. So managed to take that into doing a few races, and I was all right at it. But yeah, just got lucky one time at my local track at Dunkeld, and I managed to get that to win that title. I was a lot heavier than all other kids, and everyone's like, "Oh, it must be a lot easier to be the heaviest." But believe it or not, the heavier you are, the harder it is to stop. So
yeah,
that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
I had a few over the handlebar incidents, trying to stay on track. But yeah, no, I absolutely loved it. After rugby, I'll definitely go back to it.
Yeah, because that's it. Just it's an Olympic sport now. Britain won the first Olympic medal. Was it mountain biking? I'm sure it was mountain biking downhill. So there you go. Future career for you if the body starts to ache a bit.
Yeah, 100%.
Something nice and calming, like downhill mountain biking.
You can just relax and go down at 100 miles an hour on some crazy track.
Yeah.
Do you know what? There's a massive veteran league, and the amount of incredible racers in Scotland and Britain, it's insane. So, yeah, we'll see how the shoulders go. I've done a few AC joints, hitting a few trees before my rugby career. So,
yeah, I was going to say,
if they're all right after rugby, I'll give it a bash.
I can't imagine the kind of medical teams at Glasgow and Scotland would be too delighted to hear you down hills at the moment. So
yeah, disclaimer: I've not done it since I started playing professional rugby. So make sure that's in the pod, all right?
Will do.
Nice, man. So I suppose next big thing, obviously we've had the squad announcement for Six Nations. So again, congratulations on getting in. I think, to be honest, I think everyone expected that you were 100% a shoe in there. But, just without going into much detail, what's the kind of thoughts on the squad? I know you're heading your way through there just now. What's your kind of take on the guys that have been selected? What do you feel about it?
Yeah, no, it's a really exciting time. I think we had an okay November. Good win against Tonga in Australia and Japan, and this, I think against South Africa we were in it till 50 minutes, but yeah, bodes well for the future, and lots to work on, get ready for this tournament. So yeah, I think just looking at the squad, incredible depth. That's the one thing I'd say. In years gone by, I've been really quite lucky to be involved in a few Six Nations tournaments, and I'd say this year the amount of boys who I thought would have been in and who aren't in, it's pretty incredible. And if you look at the depth chart, it's insane just now. So that's only going to make competition better and going to make players. So really excited to get into the camp and get involved, and hopefully start our tournament off with a win at home.
Definitely. Oh no, I think we're all hoping for that anyway. But I think when you look, obviously Scotland are looking strong, but the other nations are kind of just as equal as well. France are looking like they're going to be a good team again this year. Is there a game that you're kind of most up for this year, or most looking forward to?
I think, like, looking back last year, we won the first game, and second game, my bad, I'll put my hand up with the red card. So yeah, I think
atone for a mistake.
I think we won't get into if I thought it was right or wrong, but we don't have enough time in the pod. But yeah, I think looking at this tournament, you got to take it week by week. If you look too far ahead, every team in the tournament can punish you. Every team's a threat. So I'm sure we'll come in. We'll do our preview for England, and after that game, we'll get stuck into Wales and stuff. So yeah, as I said, you can't look too far ahead. You've got to take it week by week. But I definitely think this is a really talented group and a really talented squad. And if we play a full 80-minute performance every game, I don't see why we can't win every game.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is probably the most Scottish thing ever. But I think from my inexperienced view, we've probably got one of the strongest squads I've seen in a long, long time. And it just so happens that we've got this strong squad when about 3 or 4 other nations are also looking really, really good. And it's just typical, isn't it? The 1 year that we look as though we've got, this is amazing. As you said, the depth chart's looking really good. Looks as though we've got real momentum going into these games, but we're up against other teams that are in the exact same position. So it'll be a really interesting tournament. I think everyone's really looking forward to it. And I think there's maybe an air of, I think there's definitely been a change. We were speaking to Rory Jackson about this. There's definitely been a change in probably the mindset with Scotland from being, we'll do our best and hope for the best to we're in with a shout here. We should be winning everything. There's that never say die attitude now. Is that something you've noticed through the camps?
Yeah, 100%. I think it's just a Scottish thing, just being a bit too humble, you know, like giving a few teams a bit too much respect. But on our day, as I said, if we do an 80-minute performance and we play to our strength, I think we can beat anyone on our day, you know. It's just about backing that up, as I said, you know, and doing it week on week. But yeah, I think we've got threats over the parks and the forwards and the backs and the forwards. So yeah, it's about that team cohesion and as you say, that belief. I took that a bit from the Lions, I'd say, as well. You know, you go into these things with preconceived ideas of, so and so, he'll be a superstar, he'll be doing something crazy in the gym, or his training will be insane. But you actually see these guys in the flesh. You know, they're only human, and that pedestal you put them on, they're good blokes and they're good players, but they're not that better than anyone we've got back home. So that's what I took from the Lions massively, about coming back and actually, yeah, we're going in this game to win it. We're not going just to take part.
No, definitely. And just sort of touching on the Lions there as well, it must have been such an honour to be selected and be part of that squad. What was that like for you personally?
Yeah, I think the squad selection that week was just a really, really special week for my family and I. Sort of getting selected first of all. Yeah, it was just, the phone was going absolute like the clappers. I don't think I got back to everyone for at least 2 or 3 weeks, but I did my best to make sure I messaged everyone who sent me a message. And then, yeah, just playing my 100th game for Glasgow as well and getting the win against Edinburgh. And winning 1872 was just, yeah, it was just icing on the cake. So, yeah, amazing experience. Learned a lot from it, and looking to put that on the pitch this year.
Sounds good. Who were you rooming with over in the Lions tour?
Because at COVID, we didn't really have any roommates.
Of course.
So,
right.
Yeah, so it was pretty strict. But yeah, they're all good blokes. Can't fault any of them.
Was there anyone in particular that surprised you? Like you said, you had kind of preconceived ideas of what people will be like. Was there anyone you were kind of maybe a bit hesitant about meeting that maybe changed your opinion of them when you got there?
I think everyone says, you know, like Owen Farrell, like a ridiculous competitor on the pitch. He's actually a really nice guy off the pitch. So yeah, didn't surprise me. Just confirm what people said. Having only played against him, I had a preconceived idea. But then actually meeting him, he's not a bad bloke.
Well, that must be strange for obviously he is, you know, plays for England, and you kind of see him as obviously your competitor. And then what's it like then switching that round, and then he's in your team and you're sort of cheering him on for that, you know, having that role reversal?
It's good, yeah. It brings the best out of you, you know. He's got pretty high standards and makes sure the boys around him live up to that. So yeah, I think it was only a positive to be in his team.
Excellent.
Yeah. No, that's good. And who was the biggest joker in tour then, in the Lions tour? Was there someone that stood out as just a total riot the whole time?
There's a few, but there wasn't anyone like stuck out like a sore thumb. But no, I think everyone was a good laugh. Everyone had a good banter. Ty Furlong's a funny chap. I got on well with him. So yeah,
to be honest,
he kept me honest. On you go.
No, so I was just saying, I'm just glad you weren't going to say Owen Farrell, because you seem he's a nice guy. We had Kelly Brown on last week, and he was saying he's a nice guy, and I'm still struggling. I'm really struggling to see it. Like,
did you not have a chant? What was your chant for him at the Six Nations? You said,
Owen Farrell, you're okay.
Oh yeah, that's it. Or is that Owen Farrell's a nice guy? Leave him alone.
No, okay, he's an okay guy.
Don't go as far as nice.
So. Yeah, if you hear three idiots in the stand shouting some nonsense, just be like, "Oh, I know these guys." Back us up.
Don't know if we can get Murrayfield chanting "Owen Farrell, you're okay." We're miracle workers, I think.
I think it's got legs, to be honest.
We might get chipped out.
We'll check it out. So I suppose just touching on this season as well. So Glasgow, obviously it's been maybe a challenging couple of weeks, but as a whole, how do you feel as though the season's went so far?
Yeah, as you said, it's been tough in patches. Some really good things and some not so good things. I think having a pre-season under our belt and just that cohesion. You know, I think we were the only team in the Northern Hemisphere and Southern Hemispheres to have a whole new coaching staff during a pandemic. So to actually have some time with the new coaches and getting to know them on a personal level, as well as getting to know what they want on the pitch and off the pitch. You can see that at the start of the season. So yeah, United Rugby Championship doing okay. Had some tough results, like over in Treviso and Ulster. We should have won those two. And then beating the two South African teams at home, you know, and then beating Ospreys at home convincingly. Some good wins there, but same again in the Champions Cup. I think for me, beating Exeter at home the way we did, it was a proper. It was a good marker for us. But then down there, you know, we were in it for 50 minutes, and then wasn't a good last 30 minutes, and then pretty fresh. I'm not reviewed it fully yet, but last night we were our own worst enemies sometimes. So that's rugby. We're going to learn from it. We've got a really good squad this year, and you can see the guys that are coming in really adding some real aggression in the likes of Dempsey, and Josh Mackay as a player as well as Sione and stuff. So new signings, really picking some good performances for us, and some of the young boys stepping up as well. You know, Rory Darge been unbelievable for us. So it's exciting. We're not the finished article. We've got plenty to work on, but we're getting there. You can see that in patches, but we just need to have a full 80-minute performance week on week.
Yeah. Definitely. Well, I suppose just one last question from myself. Being obviously a professional athlete, one of the perks is playing in front of fans and all that kind of stuff. We're playing through a pandemic. You know, there's been times where the fans have been there that they've not, and then now they're with cancelled games and the backup. How does that affect the squad and even yourself when, you know, says the day before games are getting cancelled, you know, then there's the threat that fans are going to come away from the stands again. How do you kind of deal with that?
I think the one thing the pandemic has taught a lot of people is just to be adaptable. And so, I think, as you say, you're getting warm. You've done your carb loading, you had your breakfast, you're getting ready for the game. I've just gone down from a nap for the Edinburgh game before Christmas, and then cancel within 3 or 4 hours before the kick-off, just because of the results and stuff. So one of these things. Everyone's having to deal with it, and the teams that have adapted the best are doing the best just now. But having the fans back is just awesome. I'd say before COVID, I didn't really think that much about it, and I would just sort of say, put my blinkers on, just play no matter what. But just being back at Scotstoun and Murrayfield, absolutely epic. And I don't think I realised what a buzz it does give you running out to a full stadium, especially at home. Sort of put it back in my head that Scotstoun and Murrayfield, you know, two of the best atmospheres to play with. So I'm very lucky to be the club in the country I'm in. So loving it. Fingers crossed it stays that way.
Absolutely.
Fingers crossed, especially for the game at Murrayfield in 2 weeks' time. That's going to be brilliant. I think that must be pretty cool though. See, I know it's been shite having to go through the pandemic and not having fans there, but as you said, it's probably given you a new appreciation for the atmosphere that the guys and the supporters and all that can actually provide. And you know, in some circumstances, like, it obviously gives you quite a bit of a boost. You know, they talk about the 16th man and stuff, but I think that's probably became more evident, I would say, over the last couple of weeks or couple of months. Sorry.
Yeah, massively. I think just even like little line breaks or like a scrum penalty and stuff, you know, us big boys blowing out our hoop. Definitely gives you another gear and gets the energy flowing. So, on the backhand as well, you know, and I think being away at an opposition ground and them having a full stand can also get their tails up. So yeah, it's all about that atmosphere, but rugby without fans isn't the same. So I'm loving having fans back, and long may it continue.
Yeah, I have to say the atmosphere at Murrayfield in the autumn games was unreal. That with everyone having been away and missed the Six Nations, you could feel that everyone was just extra amped up to be back in the stadium and be back in there for the live games. So fingers crossed that's the same and everyone brings a lot of noise in a few weeks' time.
I'm sure it will be. But yeah, as you can say, like even my family, like my gran was like was just so nice to be back out doing normal stuff and just being back around with loads of people and just enjoying watching the rugby, you know. So that sort of hit it home for me. How much something like that. She doesn't really like the rugby. She's like, I don't want you getting hurt. But for her to say that, yeah, I'm sort of thinking, yeah.
She's got to worry about two of you as well. It's not just you. You get your brother as well.
Well, he's a bit more brass necked than me. She told me when I was 8, you can't play rugby without a scrum cap. And she caught me once and she says, "You ever do that again, I'll make sure you don't play again." I was like, "Okay, Grandma." So that's why I still wear a scrum cap to this day.
Oh, brilliant. I think just going back to the crowds in Murrayfield, I think one of the best things to do is the national anthem, especially when it's dark and they kind of turn the lights down and then they go, the piper stops, or even when the piper starts, it just brings chills to, I suppose, the fans, the players, people watching on TV. That is probably one of the biggest things about having fans in Murrayfield is that national anthem.
Yeah, massively. I think, as you said, like that spine tingling is, it's something else. Definitely gets you ready for the game, gets those juices flowing. Yeah,
it's like our version of the haka.
You genuinely see when we talk about, like, you know, because obviously we played amateur rugby and stuff, and you say, "Oh, I'd love to be a rugby player and stuff." See all the getting hit and smashed about. I'm not interested in that. Like, I would just love to be on the pitch for the national anthem. I think I'd be crying my eyes out. Like, I think it would just be, what an experience, though, man. It must be amazing. So, what was it? See, the first time for your first cap, what was going through your mind? Like, it must have been insane.
I'm just gonna ask, are you that 69 guy who's doing all the All Nations then? You want to get out there so bad?
No, he's a little bit taller than me, mate.
I couldn't believe that. We're talking about G4S. I was thinking,
I know.
They were all sleeping that day.
Well, in fairness, I'm actually going to be in Cardiff for the game, so I'm not ruling anything out.
No,
if you turn around and recognise the guy,
I just run around like, "Zander, it's me." Zander said it's okay.
just tell him I'm with you. Tell him with you.
I think for me, like my first cap, what an absolute wave of emotions. Just trying to hold it together, having my whole family there, and I think playing at Scotstoun was absolutely epic. You know, I remember my first game at Scotstoun really well, but just the whole day of coming in with the pipe band in front, just words can't describe it. Really, really special day for me and also for my family, and to share that with them and to have my first cap at Murrayfield was just made it even more special. I sort of feel a little bit gutted for Matt. His was over in America. Don't get me wrong, getting your first cap wherever it is always really special. But for me, especially a Calcutta Cup game, to have that as my first cap was just
wow.
I'll forever remember that day.
Yeah, it's a bit different to getting it in America, where it was probably the equivalent of a local park pitch, because they don't really. Do they play the games at the big stadiums over there?
It was a big stadium.
Oh, was it right?
It was like, I'd say I was sweating with nerves going into on the bus, like before my first cap. But in Houston, it was a bit more. You're just sweating because it's absolutely.
A bit of a different dynamic as well, going from like the piper and all that in Murrayfield to just guys with like the beer helmets and the big foam fingers.
They sang their hearts out. You can't fault them there. But it's a bit different.
Anyway, it's probably conscious of time here. One of the things we usually do with our guests is a wee speed round. So I've got a few questions for you. Nothing too in depth. Just some light-hearted questions. it's a shortened version of it. Just 3 quick ones rather than the 10 that we usually do. So if you're good to go, I'll.
One sec. Yep, perfect.
Start firing the questions. First up, if you could have played any other pro sport, what would it be?
Golf.
Golf, okay. If you had a boat, and maybe you do, what would you call it?
The Girl Jean, because I used to work for my grandfather in Port Seaton, and he was a ship chandler, so he ran the prawn shed in Port Seaton, and every summer I'd work for him. And it was one of my favourite boats because they always had the most And so I was counting up the zeros in my head, how much I was going to get paid.
That's definitely the best answer we've had to that question.
Yeah, absolutely.
And last one is, who's the hardest prop you've had to play against?
Oh, I think I know his nickname is Shagger Wilson. I can't remember his real name. Stu Mel Twos. Yeah, he completely did me over when I was playing for Hawks Twos back in the day. Young 17-year-old. He was about 100 kegs soaking wet and proper dished me up. And, but because it was amateurs, though, you know, after the game, had a beer together, and he explained how he dished me off, and so yeah, it was a great learning day for me. But when I told him that flatly,
that is not what I was expecting to hear there. No. But we're going to endeavour to find out who Shagger Wilson is.
Yeah.
Do you say Stu Mel?
Hawks,
yeah, Stu Mel.
He was Stu Mel. A couple of Stu Mel folk. I'll do a bit of digging. We'll find out who Shagger Wilson is, and we'll give him a shout out.
He did message me. He did message me. I'll try and find it now, because something else.
What a guy!
This is about to be his claim to fame, anyway.
This is it. I set Zander on his life of fame.
Anyway, that is our short and speed round question. Short and sweet, done and dusted. One last question for you before we let you go and crack on with your evening. We have been putting together a Backbar podcast playlist on Spotify. We've been getting all our guests to give us their go-to tune, whether it's your tune for, I don't know if there's one you listen to like pre-game to get you like in the zone, or whether it's one post-game to help you chill out. But yeah, give us your tune you want to add to the playlist.
Yeah, ever since I was 14, I've listened to, before the game, I listened to DMX Party Up.
Oh,
and,
that is a tune.
Make sure it's a clean version.
Yeah. Minnie was wearing his bandana around his wrist at those days.
Second bandana reference.
That's it.
Snap back to front. Yeah.
I'm bringing the bandana back. You done it the other week in the game, so that's it. Has to be done now. Awesome.
Yeah. That's been great. Listen, Zander, thank you so much for your time, mate. And best of luck for the camp and into the Six Nations games when they kick off. We'll absolutely be rooting for you, and
absolutely
also keep clocking up those Doddie Aid miles as you go.
Will do. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. And gonna try and get to 100 miles. So I'll keep hammering them away. Cheers, guys.
I'll see you down in Cardiff for the national anthem, right?
if you come on the pitch, I do not know this guy. I've never met him.
Best of luck. Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome stuff. Cheers, Zander. Thank you.
Have a good night. Thank you.
What a guy.
I definitely think you have to bring the bandana back now. I'm sorry, this has to come back, because you had two as well. You would like
it depends how I felt. If I was feeling extra flamboyant, you'd go for the bandana plus a sweatband.
I thought the sweatband was on the other arm.
The sweatband would usually be about halfway up the arm, right?
You just pull the elbow, yeah.
So is that when you're dancing? So you're like, shoo, dance, baby.
Well, in fairness, I wasn't as out of shape back then, so I didn't sweat as badly just standing. So
I know, but no, I think you need to bring back. But I'd love to see that, you know, down in Paisley somewhere, walk about with a bandana on there.
In fairness, I can't remember the last time I was in a fucking nightclub, so I'd have to going out for dinner with a sweatband on and a fucking bandana.
It'd be like a competitive eater. It's like going in there with a sweatband and everything. It's like, I'm here to eat, boy.
Walking in there with my wee
give me some hot sauce.
In fairness, like Zander's brought it back. He wore it in the game, so that's like free reign. Like,
so as long as you
fashion cyclical, so this is it coming back round.
Listen, a British Lion can do it. Why can't you?
Oh, we forgot to ask him the most important question.
What?
With the Lions jersey?
Don't worry about that. Don't you worry about that.
All right.
The old I'll take care of that. Don't you worry.
Sorry. Right. You sort that then.
Don't you worry.
I never doubted you for a minute, but oh well.
Yeah, you should. I've got a fucking cops drawn on my wall, mate.
Too distracted with Susie from work loves the booby.
That's definitely not the person. I'm not going to say her name because if she ended up listening, that'd be so shady on her, man.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. I love the booby.
So I just wrote. I just saw a name. I don't know who the person is or anything like that. It was a generic comment.
They like the booby.
Anyway,
Who knows, eh? When you've had a few beers, you're a bit giggly, a bit giddy.
there's more than a few, to be honest.
Yeah, that was. I think I fell asleep having my last one when we were watching Entourage at 2 in the morning.
Yeah, so me falling asleep, I was buzzing because it wasn't me falling asleep first.
Wow, so, 3 in the morning.
I know. So that's it, guys. So we've got 750 miles as the next target. That's our next goal.
And we're at 540 already after today.
But what I would also like, right? So we've been speaking about this. I'm going to put this out there for the world to hear, right? So we've been talking about no, not that. I know what you're thinking. I'm not trying to put you under that kind of pressure. We are going to plan a night out at the end, at some point after Doddie Aid. We need suggestions on what we should do and where we should go. Money's no option as long as it's under like £40.
And round about Glasgow.
So I would say anywhere to the north of England is acceptable. So I'd be really keen to hear where people think we should go on a night out. And if they suggest it, the chances are we might act. Nah, they're not getting invited. No.
I think you were right there. I think you meant to say money's no object, but when you said money's no option, that's probably more appropriate.
Is that what I said? Oh, all right. Well,
money's no option. Make it cheaper.
we need to get that sorted though, because I think I think we've earned a wee night out.
I think so.
Yeah. So
we kind of let our podcast first birthday just pass without much fanfare.
COVID, isn't it?
I know.
So we need to celebrate it in some way.
Yeah.
We can get little party hats.
That's it.
We can exercise and get fit and get skinny, and then we'll just get fat all over again. So I'm into it.
I don't think one night's going to make a massive amount of difference given what I put my body through in the last 2 years. So,
plus, I've not thrown out my fat clothes, so I'm totally into it.
Yeah, that's my maternity.
I've still got my Thor outfit, my fat Thor outfit.
Oh, that's what we should do. A night out fancy dress. That would be awesome. Get everybody out, fancy dress. Problem is, if it's just the 3 of us and we're all fancy dressed, we'll look like tools. But
it makes no difference.
Or
mate. I don't care.
We'd look awesome.
That's true. People will be
can
jealous.
Can you recycle an old outfit? Because I'm 100 P going for Fat Thor. I've got it's all ready to go.
Why don't we just do 3 Fat Thors? People think that they're tripping out their face. They'll be like, "Am I seeing 3 Fat Thors right now?"
Oh, what an outfit!
That would be quite funny. But no, we do need to get that sorted. And but yeah, also going back to the miles, you've posted some links to our Just Giving page. Please, if you can, donate £1 or £2 or even more. It's all going to help fund the research into cure for MND and treatments for MND, which just backing up what Doddie, we're such an inspirational guy. Let's just keep cracking behind this for the next 3 weeks. And if you've not signed up already, just sign up for the last 3 weeks.
And see, he's giving you all the sensible bit. I'll give you the other side of it. If you're still listening, we've just provided you with a lot of entertainment, and we're not charging you shit, right? we don't get paid shit for this, right? We're just getting it because of this. Anyway, what we should be doing is throw a fiver, throw a cent. If you listen to, just base it on the scale of every episode, you should probably donate £5. Not to us,
all right.
Not to us, to Doddie Aid. Like, give it to me if you want. Fucking
definitely get a good night out.
If we provided you and you've at least laughed once during this, not if anything we've said, probably Zander, but if you've laughed, donate money for us. That's only fair.
I can only concur with that.
It's science.
Science, bitch.
Yeah. And we shall return next week with some more special Doddie Aid guests.
Yes, we will.
And until then, stay safe, keep exercising,
live long and prosper and all
that. May the force be with you.
Aye.
Ali, you want to add one?
No, I'm good. You guys sound stupid.
Right, we out.
Take care. See you later.
Bad boys,
Bye.
bad
Take
boys.
care.
What
Bye.
you gonna do?
Bye.